machine quilting, there is really basically only two types. There's straight line quilting and free motion quilting. Here I'm going to show you a little bit of the straight line quilting. I'm going to use the straight line quilting to do on the ledge work here on my borders. That's going to help really make the quilt secure. I like to have all of my straight line quilting done first. Sometimes it will be on the ledge, sometimes it will be in the ditch. With this demo, I want to show you the on the ledge, and I'm using this little block so that you'll be able to see the dark thread color on it. So I've got my walking foot on. My walking foot is attached, and what you want to notice with the walking foot is as it works, there's these little top teeth that are going to come up and go down, and that is going to actually move the fabric at the top and the bottom. So your feed dogs underneath are going to match up with the feed dogs on the top with the walking foot. So that's why it's so important. I honestly don't think that you can do successful straight line quilting without a walking foot on your machine. So I'm going to take and do this little bit of quilting here. I'm just trying to stay maybe a 1/16 of an inch on the ledge of that seam. So I'm not between the white and the red, I'm actually on the white. So as I come to the end here, I'll cut my thread, and this is what on the ledge looks like. You can see that it's only this tiniest little bit, but I find that to be the most secure straight line quilting for your quilt. So we've done the straight line quilting sample. Now I want to take you through the free motion. Now this is just a very basic free motion tutorial. Know that there is so much more that I could teach you about free motion. So I want to start by my machine setup. I have my darning foot on, or my free motion foot. This is the one that actually rises up and down, and it'll spring down onto the base of the quilt. So it holds the quilt in place as the needle goes down and up, and then it lifts so then you can move the quilt. A lot of times people ask me, well, what's your stitch length when you're doing free motion quilting? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. My stitch length is at 0. My machine is not going to tell me how fast or how big my stitches are. It's my hands that are going to do that work. So I've got my acrylic table here. This is the one that actually came with the machine, so I've got a nice big surface to work on. I've got my table is big enough for my quilt to float around on. I'm going to use my favorite lickety grip. Just going to put some on my hands. It's going to make my hands be sticky so I can actually hold onto my quilt. And I'm ready. So when I'm doing this, the first thing I'm going to do with applique, if I'm going to do free motion quilting, is first I'm going to quilt all around the edges of my applique. And I'm going to do that with free motion. What's so cool about free motion is I'm never going to take and turn the quilt. The quilt is always going to stay just like this, but I'll be able to go in all the different directions. So here I go. So I'm going to quilt and just stay right on the edge, and I'm going to go at a nice, easy pace that I'm comfortable with, that I'm confident with, that I know that I'm not going to move too fast or too slow, and my stitch length is going to stay generally consistent. There, I've gone all the way around the applique, right on the inside edge, trying to stay as close to the applique as I can. Now I'm going to take and start to actually meander the background spaces. So I'm going to start with this little bit here, come between these leaves, and now the fun begins, because I'm going to be able to draw anything that I imagine. I'm going to do simple loop-de-loos for this particular quilt. And the loop-de-loos are exactly what they sound like. Just meandering across the quilt, getting from one point to the next. And I would continue this for this entire block. I think you get the general idea. When I first started free motion quilting, I seriously thought I was going to die. It stressed me out to the point of anxiety attack level. And I tell you that because I don't want you to think that when you first start free motion quilting, that feeling that you're getting is unique to you. Almost everybody that starts free motion quilting is gonna have that feeling. You've just got to push through it. The more you do, just like in anything, whether or not it be accounting or farming or art, the more you do, the better you're going to get at it. What I can guarantee you is your second quilt will be better than your first, and your third quilt will be better than your second. You just have to keep doing it. Today, free motion quilting is seriously my favorite part of quilt making. It makes the quilting process more fun and creative and so much faster than just straight lines. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. We wouldn't want you to miss a single show. Please share us with your friends and leave a comment. We would really love to hear from you.